Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all well. As I was going to bed last night, it was very, very late. I had an email alert, and this is what I came across. It was far too late for me to start arsing about with everything, so I thought I'd do it today. This is claiming to be a new letter that Chris Watts has claimed to have written. According to the New York Post, Emily Crane has written it. Killer dad Chris Watts' twisted prison letters claim he's a new man, forgiven by God for murdering pregnant wife and daughters. So is this new, or is this conflicting and just getting twisted just to make us think it's new again, and it's actually one that he's already written? So let's have a look. Killer dad Chris Watts has claimed in twisted prison letters that he's a new man and has been forgiven by God as he rots in prison for the horrific murders of his pregnant wife and their 2 young daughters. The deranged murderer of 40 insists he is now a new creature in a recent handwritten letter to a female pen pal whilst he's serving life at Dodge Correctional. The Daily Mail has reported. So it's the Daily Mail that's reported it, not the New York Post. It's just under this banner. So where is this letter? I have always taken full responsibility for what I did, even though I was misled by a wicked woman, he wrote to the pen pal, blaming his mistress for him murdering his family. I know that God does not see me as a sinner who killed his family. He sees me as his child. I have confessed my sins. I am forgiven. Oh, I'm glad that you've forgiven yourself there, Chrissy boy. The hardest thing I've had to do was forgive myself. Is this guy for real? Watts admitted to strangling his 34-year-old wife Shanann, who was 15 weeks pregnant, in their home, Frederick, Colorado. He then suffocated her. Well, we know all that. I am not the person who committed these horrible acts. Corinthians 5:17 says, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things become new. That's me. I'm a new creature. You're definitely a creature. God has separated me from my sin as far as the east is from the west. But forgiveness of self is another matter entirely, and it has taken me years to find my peace, the peace that passes all understanding. I am finally at peace with myself. Well, that's nice for you, Christopher. As long as you're okay, eh? Elsewhere, repeated Watts' prior claims he was misled by Jezebel. See, this is where I think it's getting conflicted, because we know that he wrote the letters with the Jezebel stuff in. Those are old letters. And it's hard, like, we know those are old letters. But where is the proof of this bit here? Or is this part of this old one here and they're just rehashing it? Does anybody know? Because I haven't come across any material with that bit in there. I confess my sins. I am forgiven. I haven't come across that anywhere. So if you've come across it anywhere, let me know. Because what a lot of the time these mainstream media do, they end up just clickbaiting people. I try my hardest to bring you new stuff. Sometimes it's not that easy. It's not applicable. Sometimes you have to go over the older stuff. And I understand that. But it's like the algorithm. Sometimes you have to go back and make a video about an older thing, because the algorithm will push it to lots of other people. I think that's why the last few videos of mine haven't gone to as many viewers. Some people have been saying that they haven't even been getting notifications. I've checked it this morning and it's working. So has anybody else come across this? Because there's no proof here. I've emailed them asking, can we have a copy of it? Can we have a look at a copy of it for this letter here? Apparently the guy, I've seen in another article somewhere, I think it was Ashley Bamfield, some guy that she had on, I can't remember his name now, that he had copies of letters, but I don't know if they were up to date, because this is dated today. Look, this is dated, published August 26, 2025. Let's have a look at the comments. Okay, I'm not going to read the religion ones out because I'm not going to do it. He may have been forgiven by God, but he deserves the death penalty. Sorry, I am a Christian, but this guy is a monster. No redemption. Okay, so this is from the mainstream media still pushing the lie that they met at work. The mistress' digital evidence from her phone showed her cyber-stalking the family a whole year before Shanann and the children passed. How could she have met him at work if she was looking them up a year prior? Good point, it's impossible. So she obviously knew him before, if that is all true. I thought that was interesting, but mainstream media, there, look, met Nicole at work. There was another one that I seen somewhere earlier on, and someone had said that it was because of Nicole Kessinger that the police were called in the first place. It was because of Nicole Kessinger that the police were called, someone said earlier. Can't remember where I've seen it.
Nicole Kessinger told the police that she was dating a man who told her that he was separated and divorcing. But then when his wife and children disappeared, she got very scared and she called the police immediately, leading to his arrest. The women in his life are to blame. The Daily Mail just got its hands on some letters written by Watts at the Dodge Correctional Institute. The letters show a man determined to find anyone but himself responsible for his diabolical behavior. He first unloads on his mistress, Nicole Kessinger. I was misled. I was tempted by a harlot. I was weak, and I allowed myself to be fooled by an evil woman. She led me from the path of righteousness. I know that you will deal with her. I allowed her to sway me.
I know he receives letters from women across the country who might be sympathetic to that message.
Putting the blame on this Jezebel, this mistress that he had. Is that a way?
There are people, because of his celebrity, who are enamored by him that might buy into this story. I know he receives letters from women across the country who might be sympathetic, with hopes that he can create and find a romance through written letters in prison. And it's easier to convey that this wasn't my fault, it was somebody else's fault. And there will be gullible people out there who are in need of some meaning in their life who will take the bait and fall for it. He has done nothing to put the victims first. It still remains about Chris.
Convicted killers become popular on the outside. There are people who get love letters and support. But if you can understand who the real Chris Watts is, so yes, he was convicted of a crime, and that might not be enough for people. Yes, you hear what he did. That might not be enough for people. But if you hear the conversations he had in prison when he's not on television or he's not in a courtroom, that can maybe be a wake-up call to people. This is the guy who should not get any support whatsoever, right? This is the guy who what he's really about. And sometimes the people really open up in prison, and in a way that they never opened up in a courtroom or on TV or anything like that, right?
In prison, there's always going to be people who are sympathetic to it. And unfortunately, his parents are still alive. And I'm sure his parents, I know his mother visited him. She probably goes to see him and tries to offer as much support as she can, but she goes there knowing her son is a psychopathic killer, a once-in-a-century psychopathic, narcissistic killer who has no agenda other than his own and does not care whose lives he ruins.
Thank you everybody for bearing with me. I've been having real problems with memory, so the videos will be now getting back to normal. They'll be getting longer, there'll be more editing done. The overall video quality will be a lot better now I've got the memory for it all, and there'll be lots more to come. Thanks guys, it's just a quick one today, and we'll be back to full length videos tomorrow. I'd like to thank Destronic as well for sponsoring the video. Use code PADDY, I'll be able to finally get a video out for them now I've got the memory as well. I can't even film me speaking to you via video now to finish the video off because I didn't have the memory. How mad's that? But the hard drive has been delivered, so it's all good. Thank you to all my members. I'm going to put you up now, and most of all, don't have nightmares. I really apologise I haven't been able to get the normal videos out, but we're good now. Thanks guys, thank you very much. Sayonara, ciao for now, laters.